basically, we're going to go on to the midseason analysis, and what the midseason analysis is. We're going to go into each position group, right, and list off the top 5 players and just whatever notes we have on the position. You guys seen the quarter 1 analysis video. It's exactly the same, except we're at the midseason point. So we're reviewing all the stuff all over again. We're going to do a third quarter analysis, and then we're going to do a final finale review of the whole damn season. So that's every 4 episodes, right? Correct.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna happen like that.
Yeah.
So stay tuned to that. We're gonna start off with QBs. The top 5 QBs are Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Kyler Murray, Josh Allen, and Tom Brady. So, there's no surprise as Russ, Mahomes.
Kyler Murray's kind of a surprise.
Kyler Murray is a surprise. Yeah, he was in the top 6 previously. And with Prescott now being out, he snuck his way to top 3. And Josh Allen underperforming is another thing that helped him get into the top 3. I mentioned that in my last video that he could end up being in the top 5, and he snuck his way in there with the injury and underperformance. But nevertheless, he still got in there. But yeah, did I say Tom Brady's 5? I don't know if I mentioned that.
Yeah, Tom Brady's 5.
Tom Brady's
what
5.
I see is a little surprising is Deshaun Watson's still top 7.
Yeah, he's
quarterback, man.
Yeah, he was outside of the top 10 when I originally did it, right? The video, and I think a couple big games back to back brought him back into he's
right behind Aaron Rodgers. Man.
He's 7, right?
Yeah, he's 7. Aaron Rodgers just scored 199 points this year, and Deshaun Watson's only scored 189.
Tom Brady bumped out my dog Aaron Rodgers. I had him coming in at top 5, but he bumped him out. Aaron had a couple bad games, get some good defenses. No, not good evening, Siri.
Good evening. Good evening.
But he's still hanging in there. Might see him make a push if Josh Allen keeps on playing the way he does,
Yeah. Absolutely.
He needs to get back on track. Lamar is outside the top 10 at 14. As we said earlier, I don't think he will be in the top 5 quarterbacks.
Well, I also feel like he's just a lot more inaccurate than he was last year, man.
Yeah.
He's just not hitting these passes at an efficient rate.
Yeah. I think it has a lot to do with the wide receiver group. I think if they get him a better wide receiver group.
He had the same receivers from last year, though. So what's the... I don't know.
Marquise Brown. Willie Snead is your next wide receiver after Marquise Brown. So
still got Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews, but they double him, and then what else do you have? That was his favorite weapon. I think if they give him an elite wide receiver, we'll see a better Lamar Jackson next season. I do think
more productive.
He wasn't worth the value that he was drafted at.
Oh no!
First-hand account.
Yeah, that was rough. I mean, really, my draft goal was to secure Pat Mahomes, but he went so early in our league. So I went with the second best quarterback, thinking he was going to have the production that he did last year, and that's just simply not the case.
Yeah, and I still think the best draft value is Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, and Josh Allen, simply because you don't have to use those early round picks on them, like I stated in the earlier videos. And a quarterback that I think is going to be in the top 5 quarterback next year is Justin Herbert. That boy is on fire, and they get him another receiver, or if Mike Williams stays healthy or stays consistent, bro. Yeah. And then Eckler opening up another dimension when he gets back or has a full healthy season. This young quarterback is the next thing. He's the next Kyler Murray. He's the next Patrick Mahomes.
Relax.
Bro, he's doing his thing, man.
He's in our division. He's a rookie. Baker Mayfield had a hell of a rookie season too, and look what he's doing now.
Hey, that's true, man.
I mean, just pump the brakes a little bit, big. I'm really just saying that because he's in our division, man.
Yeah.
But, he is balling, no doubt.
That's it. That's all my notes I have. Do you have any extra tidbits for us?
No, that's about it. You want me to rock the running backs?
Yeah, go for
Top
it,
5 running backs?
Name them off, man.
So, number 1's Alvin Kamara, Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry, Zeke, and then James Robinson. I think that the biggest highlight for me is that Zeke right now is still in the top 5 because of his early production.
Yeah.
So you're going to see a landslide. Unfortunately, this guy's got him. Sorry, Vic. But
Yeah.
hopefully when Andy Dalton gets back into the lineup, they won't be as one-dimensional as they currently are. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I got. The real big surprise that I got, though,
James Robinson, huh?
James Robinson. That's a rookie,
He's
man.
a top 5, and I think he's gonna remain there for the rest of the season, bro.
Yeah, you know, I was high on a lot of rookies coming out, and I even drafted Clyde Edwards-Helaire, which he's not too far behind. But God, you talk about a steal of this year.
Yeah.
It's got to be James Robinson.
Probably got him first week off the waiver, second week, and you're killing it.
Killing it.
I think he's gonna be a first round pick next season for sure. And he's your best value, obviously, this year at running back. You can't do any better than a top 5 running back coming off the waivers.
Absolutely, man.
So he's definitely. I'm happy to see Kamara still running back 1 because I predicted him to be the running back 1 for the season, so that's good.
Strong, bro, because I
Yeah.
was so down on him.
Yeah.
Even one of my boys, Roderick Sweeney, shout out to the Sweeney, he called it. He said he's the best running back in the league. I'm like, nah, he's old. I mean, he's not old.
Well,
but
CMC was healthy. I think he'd still be number 1, but
yeah, exactly.
Kamara would still be 2.
Yeah. Well, after last year, I just had a lot of precautions, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, I had Kamara on my team last year, and I'm not gonna stroke that cactus anymore.
We don't have Aaron Jones in the top 5 running backs anymore because he had an injury. He's been out for 2 games.
Yeah.
He's gonna be out for a 3rd, just looking like this week. That's unfortunate. We still have Dalvin Cook. He's scooted up. He's now number 2. He's on a rampage. He scared us early with that groin injury, right?
Yeah, he gonna take me to the championship this
But
year.
this man's still on track. This man put up 50 fantasy points last week, and I had him, and I still lost because of Antonio Brown.
No,
I mean Amari Cooper.
Oh,
Amari
Amari
Cooper. I don't know
Getting
why I
your
thought.
Raider receivers mixed up.
Yeah, so that's a sad note that I had to put out there.
Yeah.
King Henry's still a man amongst boys. He's had those monster games that we're used to him having, and he's gonna remain in the top 5, I believe. And Zeke is gonna get pushed out by who do you think? He's gonna push Zeke out. Let's see, we got some candidates. Maybe Aaron Jones sneaks back in, huh?
Josh Jacobs. I
Jacobs
mean,
is
like
right
I
there.
said in last week's episode, the Raiders got a relatively easy schedule coming up, so Josh Jacobs could swing in. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Never mind. Scratch that. I wouldn't say that. Just because they got Bell and their pass-oriented offense. The real big surprise to me, which I didn't even realize till right this second, is that Todd Gurley's top 6. Yeah.
Damn.
He's top 6. Again, he's touchdown dependent, and the Falcons are ass, but
He's getting it done.
he's getting it done, man. He's scoring points.
That's a good value too, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Ravens backfield might be figuring it out soon with the whole Mark Ingram injury.
Yeah.
So if you have either Gus or Dobbins, there might be some hope.
Dobbins finally ran for 100.
And then Eckler might be coming back soon. So all you Eckler owners, there's still hope. He was an amazing back, and he was missed as soon as he left that offense.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just glad he's not coming back this week. I'm very happy.
And I think the running back position is still the most affected by injuries this season. It's been the hardest to manage. You know, we have injuries, bye weeks, and then on top of that, throw in COVID. You know, it's especially in deeper leagues like a 12-man league. I know Mariano has had some difficulties managing the running backs in our league. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just been a rough one with all the bullshit that's going on this season with the running back position.
Yeah.
Any more notes on the running back position, Mariano?
No, I'm good on RBs.
All right, man.
Yarr.
Moving on to the wide receiver position, man. Starting off first, we have that man Calvin Ridley, who even though he put up a dud, 0 points, he's still at number 1. We have DK Metcalf at number 2. That's Mariano. Aren't these both your boys? You call both of them, right? We have Tyreek Hill coming in at number 3, and Tyler Lockett
Tyreek Hill's a surprise.
Came in at number 4 with the huge performance that he did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then D-Hop is in there at number 5. And the first 3, obviously, they've been consistent since week 1. They've been the top 3 receivers. The last 2, like I said, Tyler Lockett, big performance. D-Hop is because he's been so consistent with Kyler. He's been putting up big weeks, week in, week out. So he's snuck in there. He was at 6, and now he's at 5.
What do you call him?
Nuke.
QB proof.
Oh yeah, he's quarterback proof. You could, like I said, they had Tom Savage throwing him the ball, and the man was putting up over 10 fantasy points. So
yes, sir.
Him and Mike Evans, they're quarterback proof. Mike Evans had Johnny Manziel throwing him the ball in college, and he was still doing work. So, oh wait, what's up? You got some issues with with Mike Evans?
Yeah,
it's because Brady hates him, huh?
I don't know what it is. I mean, he scores a touchdown a game pretty much.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's another one of those guys that's touchdown dependent as well. But then again, they just have so many options on that offense that they don't need. Like, I remember last year, he would go off and just go crazy. But this week is not so much, you know?
Yeah.
And you know, it's funny that they're calling Claypool the Megatron, or like Mapletron, whatever.
Who's calling him?
Well, you don't hear how people are calling Claypool like Megatron?
Mm-hmm.
He ain't the real Megatron. You know who the real Megatron is? DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
That's the real Megatron. I mean, that's Megatron 2.0 and like 2.5.
That boy's eating.
He's eating.
You see, there's a I saw I don't know, some sports page they put up the numbers in comparisons to like games up like I think it's like 20 games or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of DK and Calvin Johnson, and then like the stats were like almost identical at that point in their careers what they were doing. So
even if you look at his height, weight, speed, I mean, he's faster than Megatron.
Mm-hmm. That boy digging, bro.
Digging, dude.
Speaking of digging, Diggs is in at number 6.
Nice.
Trying to make a case
nice
to be
segue.
to be a top 5 wide receiver. I just think the Bills need to be more consistent passing the ball. That's what's holding him back. Mm-hmm. Josh Allen has to get back on the horse, as I was talking about earlier. He fell off a little bit. He started the season off amazing. He had a little fall off. He's still in the top 5. Let's see if he could bounce back and be a second half hero, huh?
Okay then. All right.
I think Devontae Adams could very well end up as a top 5 wide receiver the way Aaron Rodgers is playing. That guy just drops like 25 bombs every week, bro. Yeah, that man. Even with his injuries, where he's at 7, bro. He's missed like 2-3 games this season already, right?
Yeah.
And he's still at 7, bro. So that's just crazy to me.
Adams is a baller for sure.
I think Keenan Allen could end up in top 10 the way that Herbert's playing too. Yeah. He's been putting up big games ever since Herbert got starting job.
I think that someone that could sneak into the top 5 is Tyler Boyd, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just the amount of targets that he's getting, it's ridiculous, you know? Yeah, I mean, if you look at... Oh, my bad. That's not it. He's got 68 targets. I mean, that's a lot. That's as many targets as Calvin Ridley at the moment.
Mm-hmm. That's the number 1 wide receiver. Who's 73? D-Hop. Mm-hmm.
D-Hop.
Damn, 79?
79 for Stephon Diggs. Yeah, so 79 is the ceiling. Mm-hmm. Which is a lot of targets, man. That's a lot of targets. Through 8 games, that's 10 targets a game. Yeah. That's huge, dude.
Yeah. Tyler Boyd has a shot too, especially if Joe Burrow seems to be getting into the groove of things too. Obviously, we saw him just beat the fucking Titans this weekend, so some good signs over there for the Bengals fans. Like we said earlier, the Cowboys receivers, nobody should be started until Andy Dalton is back, and then even then, they're 30%.
Still a little shaky. You got to keep an eye on the matchups.
They're still 30% less effective when he's in the ball game.
Ooh, okay.
And then
Stat, Vic.
And the position that I think this is the position that's easiest to navigate, and you can have your best value at wide receiver. You know, usually where you draft them, you drafted them for that value, or even better. And I think Fulgham might be your best value at wide receiver simply because you picked him off the waiver wires, and since he's been starting, he's been what's the stat? Is he the most? He hasn't put up the most points. He's been one of the best fantasy wide receivers since he started. Let's just put it that way. I forgot the specific stat.
What's he been in? 4 weeks now? Well, let's see. The SF game is where he came alive.
That's where he came off the practice squad.
3, 4, 5 in 5 games. He's had 44 targets, 29 receptions, 435 yards, and 4 touchdowns. That's stellar, man.
Yeah.
That's stellar. And that's a waiver wire pickup.
For sure. I picked him off. He was a free agent, bro. Nobody had him.
Yeah, whenever you can grab someone like that with that production, that's a steal. 100%.
It's wide receiver 1 production right
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
So I think that's the best value you could have gotten.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully he remains consistent for the rest of the season. And like we were speaking about earlier, if the Eagles don't fuck that one up, he'll be a good one. So now we're on to the tight end position. Mariano, you got it hopped up there?
Yes, sir. So here's what I got. Travis Kelce, 1. George Kittle, he's going to fall out. So he's done.
No doubt.
Darren Waller, TJ Hawkinson, Robert Tonyan. Those are the top 5.
Yeah.
But again, Kittle's going to be kicked out of there because he's done for the year. So Mark Andrews is currently...
he's going to sneak in there.
He's going to sneak in there. Or he's top 5 technically if you don't include George Kittle at the moment.
Yeah. So basically, Kelsey's at top. That's no surprise, right?
Yeah.
But another side note is that he's the only tight end that's giving you wide receiver value week in and week out, right? So basically what that's saying is you don't have to reach for another time. I mean, so if Kittle was healthy, of course, if he was healthy the whole season, he'd give you those results too, right?
Yeah.
But Kelsey's the only tight end that's giving you wide receiver numbers, so that would be worth getting in the 2nd or 3rd round. So that's just to know. Any other tight end, you'd want to get outside of the 2nd round. You don't reach for Mark Andrews.
Oh, no.
You don't reach for Darren Waller.
100%. So, sorry to cut you off, Vic, but I kind of teased on our Instagram page of what you could do or one solution that you could have if you have George Kittle on your team. One player could be Logan Thomas.
Yes, sir.
So Logan Thomas is on a bye week this week, but in the past 2 games that he played, he scored touchdowns in both of them. So I think that may be a viable option moving forward. And then once he does get back in week 9, he's got a matchup against the New York Giants.
He gets back this week. This week, no.
Or this week, excuse me. My bad. He's playing the New York Giants this week. So yeah, that might be a viable option for you. Other than that, I know that Ebron was a free agent in our league for a little bit. That might be a good option. He just scored a touchdown last week.
Yeah.
And he's on a better team. So.
And if you do have Kittle, put him in the IR position because he wants to push for 2 weeks. So after that bye, I don't know how viable that is, but his injury, I think it was last season, he had some injury that was supposed to sideline him 7 weeks. He came back in 2 to 3. So I don't know. The man's a beast. He loves football. So I don't know. But after the bye week, I'd see what to do with him. I wouldn't get rid of him. If you have the luxury to put him on IR, I'd do that.
For sure.
I'm glad to see Waller up there representing the home team. He's a top tight end that Mariano knew he was. I had him top 5. Mariano wanted him top 3. He is a top 3 tight end. What's surprising to me is Hawkinson. And I think what's keeping him up there is he's such a consistent red zone threat. This man scores, I think, a touchdown damn near every game. Yep. So he is touchdown dependent, but he's obviously one of Matt Stafford's favorite targets in the red zone. So I guess it's consistent to a point. I don't know. It's
To
like
a degree.
To a degree, yeah. It's he's a top 4 tight end though. I don't know, you know.
Yeah, I mean, the proof is in the numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? TJ Hawkinson. I mean, it's been a quiet year for him. There's just not much production out of the tight end group collectively.
Yeah, that's what
outside of the top 3 tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
But again, he's putting up points, right? That's the biggest thing, is that he's putting up points.
And then Tonyan dropped from tight end 1 to the 5th tight end now.
Yeah.
And then he'll still stay probably, since Kittle's getting kicked out and then Andrews will slide over or whatever. He might have a chance to stay. But then there's also Jonnu Smith, who's had a couple quiet weeks. So he might push for the top position too. He was originally top 4. Yeah, and this is a position that...
You saying top tight end?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this is a position that I originally said was deep. It felt deep early on in the season. And now I think this is a position that is, once again, thin.
Probably the thinnest offensive position group this year.
It's gone back to being thin.
But yeah, I think Darren Waller, man.
Wally World.
I mean, 62 targets, 45 receptions, only 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Still really, really good production.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that Week 2 game at New Orleans where he had 12 catches, 105 yards, and 1 touchdown. But it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
I got a feeling. Los Angeles Chargers have given up the 10th most fantasy points to tight ends this season. So that's a good start this week. Darren Waller. Yeah. Darren Waller.
Anyone else on the tight end position, Mariano?
No, I'm good on tight end.
That's it. That's all we have for the tight end. And then we got kickers and defense, but we're not going to go into them. I'm just going to list off the top 3 kickers and defenses.
Okay.
We have Bullock over there in Cincinnati. He's the number 1 kicker. I guess Joe Burrow gets him in position to score.
I guess so.
Field goals.
Bullock? Is he with? Oh yeah, he is with Cincy now.
Yeah, he's on my team.
Yeah, that's right. I guess you would know then, huh?
I would know. Next we have Young Ho. Over there on the Falcons. He's number 2.
That Young Ho.
That man is a trickster with the ball. Those onside kicks, and he's good from far away. The Chargers should have kept him. I don't know what they did. They have Badgley now, but yeah.
He missed like 5 field goals. A couple years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then number 3 we have Suckup, who's on the Bucks, and then Tom Brady gets some in the red zone all the time.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most efficient offenses,
Yeah. Super Bowl caliber team, 100%.
Exactly. Top defenses, we have Indy, and Indy is not going to remain here. They have a rough ass schedule for the rest of the season, bro. Pull it up right now. Tell me who the next teams they have till the championship.
Come on. They got Baltimore, Tennessee, Green Bay, and Tennessee again.
Houston.
Houston.
Us.
Raiders.
Houston again.
Houston, Pitt, Jacksonville.
Yeah. Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's the easiest one, and that's all the way in week 17.
17. It doesn't matter fantasy anymore.
Yeah, fantasy's done by that time.
So Indy's not going to remain the top defense. Get rid of them. We have Baltimore. We know, said this before. Baltimore is a historically defensive team, and they're still getting it done without Earl Thomas. They've stamped it and they've let it be known. They get it done, and then we have number 3 is Tampa, and they cause problems even for good quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers and Derek Carr.
Yes.
And Derek Carr. So
and DC's balling out this year.
Yeah.
Side note.
He's definitely doing his thing this year. So Tampa's definitely a good defense and should remain so. In harder games, it might have I don't know, because Green Bay is a harder team, but Tampa's still definitely up there. But I think Pittsburgh makes the top 3 defenses for sure, though.
Yeah.
They scoot Indy out and slide in Pittsburgh. And that's it for kickers and defenses, and that concludes the the midseason analysis.
Okay.
So that's all I got for each position group. Any last notes, Mariano?
Yeah, I'm about to drop a gem. I'm about to drop a gem on you guys.
Come on, bless them with the
100%.
knowledge.
So, moving forward, a big factor this time of year is weather, right? So, especially these East Coast games, whether it's snow, the wind that the Raiders dealt with in the Cleveland game, that wind was like 30 miles an hour. It affects the passing game.
Affects the fucking over-under, too, because I
Yes.
fucking went with the over.
Yeah, see? So, I mean, you really got to keep an eye. And here's the real gem. The website that I use is rotowire.com, right? This gives you access to weather predictions for each particular game. Excuse me. So, if the wind is going to be high, if it's going to be an extremely hot game, if it's going to be a snow game, if it's going to be a hail game, a rain game, I mean, that really impacts the games, especially this time of year. We're in November already. It's kind of hard to believe. I mean, we got what? 3 more months, two more months of football until it's like time for the playoffs. So
It's almost Thanksgiving.
yeah, moving
Time to see the
forward.
Cowboys lose on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we need to get a turkey bowl going, by the way.
Oh, yes, let's
we
do
need
it,
to
man.
run that back.
I know. We did that hella years ago. Never
Hell
did it again.
yeah, I know, right? I did it for like 3 years in a row, and then after that, I was like, I'm too damn old for this shit.
That shit was fun, though.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, moving forward, just keep an eye on the weather. I can't tell you how much this plays a factor, especially this time of year with fantasy football. I mean, the year that I won the championship, I was all over this shit. You know what I mean? I was dialed in as far as matchups, as far as weather. There wasn't anything that really caught me off guard. You know what I mean? So there you go. Drop it, use it.
Just blessed you guys.
Bless y'all, man. That's some knowledge. Hey, that's some game for that ass.
That's some knowledge on your noggin.
That's right.
That's right.
Say it again.
That's right.
That's right.
But yeah, man, that wraps up. There you go. There's some more sauce for you in case you didn't have it already. That wraps up the mid-season analysis, and that wraps up this episode. This is episode 10.
Episode 10.
Damn,
Kind
son.
of crazy, man.
10?
We rocking and rolling, Vic.
Damn. But
We
yeah,
rocking and rolling.
it just makes me sad because it's almost done.
I know.
I mean, it's just like 6-7 episodes left.
Yep.
Damn. Just going by quick.
Just a few more to go.
But yeah, that's all we have for this week. Hopefully that we drop some major knowledge like Mariano just did.
That's right.
That helps you out for the rest of the season. This is the playoff push now. You have, so from week 8, you have what? That's 5 games to get into the playoffs, right?
Right.
So you got to be moving and grooving, man. You got to be on top of your shit. If not, you'll slip out. You could have a good record and slip out right now. You know what I'm saying?
Doing and moving, baby. Doing and moving.
Exactly. So pay attention, stay tuned, soak this knowledge, and if you like the knowledge, you know, tell your friends to subscribe to our channel, you fuckers, because the subscribers still aren't going up. You know, we need more subscriptions. We're trying to get the knowledge out there, and fuck you to the guy that commented on the video last week because he said our stardom sit-in was garbage. Fuck you, guy. You still watch the video, so
Hey, we winning.
we winning. And yeah, that's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Appreciate everyone that keeps us active, especially Josh Friedman.
Friedman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got to say. You got any last words, Mariano?
Yeah. No, I don't got nothing left.
No, you had something. What was it? Say, come on. You gotta bring
all
it up
I
there.
was gonna say is that haters gonna hate. Whether you doing good, you doing bad. I mean, either way, it is what it is, and we don't do this shit just to, I don't know, get clout. We don't do none of that. I mean, it would be nice, but at the end of the day, we've gone over this before. We do this for the passion, and we just love football, right? So if you don't like our advice, you don't have to take it, man. But here's the thing, is that I can almost guarantee that you guys aren't putting as many hours that me and Vic are putting into this, right? I mean, we look at the numbers, we look at things that most people aren't looking at, right? Most people aren't checking the weather.
We probably got more championships than you do too.
Yeah, just saying.
Just saying.
I mean, I know in one of my leagues I'm shitty as fuck right now, but at the same time, we all have the ups and down seasons, right?
I got one team where I'm 1-7 too. So.
Hey, look at the Patriots.
Yeah, exactly.
You heard? So I mean, this stuff happens. But like I said, if you don't like the advice, don't take it, man. Don't ask us for it. Simple as that. If you don't want it, don't do it. Don't take it. Because we got a ton of people in our DMs fucking asking us left and right and sending question mark, not even a question.
I can't even get to all the questions on the morning of game day because there's not enough time because I have to set my lineup and do my shit too. So there's people that I miss on the game day. So you being mad at me, it takes nothing away from you.
Yeah.
Because I know you're probably gonna watch this video. I just wanted you to see the fuck you team.
But at the end of the day, it's all love, man.
Yeah, I'm not tripping. No love lost.
Either way, criticism is good.
I just rather appreciate the people that, you know what I'm saying, take the time to fuck with the channel. I love them more than you know what I'm saying, than the motherfucker over there trying to bring me down, you know what I'm saying?
Either way, man, either way, we do appreciate all the support for the ones that do support what we do. Like we've touched on before, we don't get paid to do this.
We ain't even got no sponsors or nothing. That's why you don't see no ads, no nothing.
You don't see nothing. You get straight knowledge.
Straight content
Constantly. So yeah, moving forward, if you guys like the content that we put out, please share it.
Yes, sir.
Tell your friends, tell your little cousin that's always asking you who you should play, right? Or your little nephew, whoever it may be. Maybe they don't know nothing about football. Just send it this way, man. I mean, what's it gonna hurt? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Spread the love, share love, and one love.
Yes, sir. And that's all we have for this week. This is the Fantasy Experts, and we are out of here, man.
Count.